All right, so we're gonna start here first with this Phoenix 921 Elite. This is a repeat customer, but this is his new boat, or new to him boat. And he just got this and he brought it to us. He says, Mealy Marine, I know you guys do top quality work. So can you please look through this and find everything that's wrong and fix it? And we said, yeah, no problem. So we did our patented multi-point inspection and we found only two things wrong. First thing we found wrong is his trim down button. Tis not working. Which this is an interesting thing. They soldered it. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. And the power pole switch at the console is not working. He also asked us to do a 100-hour service, as well as servicing the lower unit, doing the impeller. On top of that, he wants a complete detail. This thing is a wreck. It is really dirty. The trailer is really dirty. He purchased this boat from Arkansas, and I think probably just the drive back made it look kind of rough. But like I said, we did our multi-point. We went through everything, trailer, boat. We're finishing up the motor multi-point, and everything is looking good. I don't think there's anything else on this, so we're gonna come back here. This is a restoration job that we did, I don't know, we finished up a couple months ago, and customer brought it back for two things. One of them was his anchor light, nav light switch. We don't know, something was wrong. It worked when it left. It did not work when he brought it here. We could not figure out what was going on. Luckily, he figured it out. I don't really know what happened. And he's having an issue with his motor dying while idling. And one thing that we didn't do while the boat was here, just because he didn't want it, was look into the fuel system, the fuel lines. We did rebuild the fuel pump, but we didn't really check fuel lines or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to replace the fuel line. It's very hard. It's not deteriorated inside, but it's really hard. And we're also going to be replacing the little pump. It's my stress balls. I keep these in my truck. So when Hughes put me off, like that. We also, my bad. Don't litter, kids. Pick up. I also took off the VTS, VST, whatever the vapor separator tank, VST. Excuse me. Took this off. And there's two pumps. There's a pump here, and there's a pump here, and this is low, this is high, and that's what pumps it into the fuel rails at the back of the motor. This is your fuel filter. And then this thing right here is your mechanical pump that kind of goes like right here, or right here, like this, all right? And this pumps it into here, and then that pumps other places. So we got that. I'm just rebuilding the fuel pump. Like I said, we already did it, but we're just going to be discount double check, make sure everything is up to code. Because I've learned if I fix everything except one thing, it's going to be that one thing. So moving on back. This is repeat customer. You've probably already seen a video about this, about how he made a poor decision going to my competitor, and then the boat's back. All right, so he brought it back. We did a detail. We detailed this boat a couple weeks ago. We did a kind of cleanup, got the carpet all clean, cleaned it up. We did a bunch of little things. We fixed little things here and there, everywhere, and we got this thing ready. We just need to get the cover out. We need to do that today. We need to find a cover repair place. And yeah, that's it for this boat. Then over here. Oh, yes. As you guys have already probably seen, or you will see, he smoked his 360 and broke the shaft off, and it was like a limp noodle just flopping around. Like Hugh just flopping around, but it's more like all right. And then over here we have big dog Brian Robinson's boat.
Mealy Marine Pro Staff.
Mealy Marine Pro Staff, Mealy Marine Pro, Brian Robinson. Ex-Texas football player. and Minnesota Vikings. You can check him out on the Longhorn Network. Looking handsome. What did we do? His Talon was not working. Figured out it was the board, and we took it and got it repaired for him. And now he's just using the shop as free storage because he hasn't got it in a couple weeks. But this boat is for sale. So if you want a good boat, unlike Hugh's boat, buy this thing, all right? Do not buy Hugh's boat, buy this boat. Okay, this is for sale. And it's got everything you could possibly ever want. Weather update, it's a nippy 50 degrees outside, and we got some, it's actually nicer outside than it is in here. The shop has an ecosystem of its own, so when it's really hot outside, it's like deathly hot in here, and when it's nice outside and it's like cold or hot, and so it's a lot colder in here than it is outside. We should probably turn the fans on to pump the hot air in. But Hugh complains non-stop about the weather.
It's so cold. It's so cold. I need to put the jacket on. Why do we have the doors open, Michael? I'd rather breathe fuel than be cold, Michael. It's so cold.
All right, so we also have this Ranger Z518. This was a referral customer, which is super cool when your customers tell their friends, hey, go to Mealy Marine because they did top quality work on my boat. They'll do it to your boat. He had the center locker hinge had broken off. This is like a real big common problem at Ranger, where this is like so big and so much force that it rips the rivets apart, and they just use cheap rivets, I'm gonna be honest. It happened to my boat, so we put in big, thick, like these are Hugh's, and then we put in like Michael size, Mealy Marine size, stainless ones, so that they will not break. We got that put in. We're doing some, I would say 100-hour service to the motor. He bought this boat used beginning of this year, hasn't taken it out that much, but he's not really trusting of the guy who sold it to him. So he's like, let's just start with a clean slate, which I think anybody that buys a used boat should do, unless you have like physical proof from a dealer or from a repair shop. Like this is what we did on this date. Because I can just open a cowling and write a date on a fuel filter and no one would know any different, right? So that's it. Is there anything else?
We did our multi-point on this one.
Yes, we did a multi-point, and during our multi-point inspection, we found that his master brake cylinder, you see that hole down there? And you see?
There's literally no liquid.
Ew. Ew. Yeah, there's no liquid in there, so that's not good. So we gotta figure out where it went, and probably re-bleed the brakes. Not an uncommon issue. Just so you know, there's a reason why this hole is here on your boat. And this cap, you take this cap off and you look in here and you go, is there fluid? And if there's fluid, well, you're pretty good. The fluid needs to be touching like the top of the cap, somewhere in here. Oh, it's not really gonna.
It says on there it should be touching the bottom of the cap.
Bottom of the cap. So please check that, and we're also going to be replacing his. Man, this thing is really long. Holy cow! What the? What's he hooking this up to? That's funny. So we're going to be replacing that as well. But that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It would really mean a lot to us. Subscribing helps us out. Watching the video all the way to the end also helps us out, so that means a lot. If you guys need boat parts, check us out at mealymarine.com, where you can get all your boating needs, from trolling motors to toilets. Whatever you need, we got you covered. And if you are in the Houston area, greater Houston area, I think if you're within 200 miles of my shop, you should bring your boat here, because there's no one doing it as good as me. Check us out, mealymarineservices.com. We'll give you a quote. We do fast turnaround. Even though we got all these boats, I'm gonna be working probably 12 hours today to get all this done. And then these boats are gonna be leaving. That's the only way we make money, is by boats coming in and boats leaving, where you might take your boat somewhere else and it'll sit there for 2 weeks. but that's your decision. Anyways, that's it. Until next time.